All right. So now we're going to go to the New York Islanders. We also got to talk to them a good amount
Yeah,
at the
they were cool.
conference. They were phenomenal guys. I think Solomon and I can agree that they were probably the coolest people that we got to talk to there, the most down to
Yeah,
earth, nicest guys there. Joey, if you're listening to this, shout out to you, man. You really
Garrett.
yeah, and
And
Garrett.
then
And
the
sorry, what
the
you
guy
saying?
at the end, I forget his name.
Oh, we shouldn't say we forget his name. No, you were really like
I connected with him on LinkedIn though.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's really nice.
Everybody that we met from the Islanders, thank you so much. It
Yeah,
was a great experience for us. We were pretty nervous going into this thing. At least I was. I was very nervous, and you guys made it really easy to talk to you
yeah,
guys, and we were really glad that you were interested in us, and we can't wait to talk to you guys soon. We're really looking forward to it. We'll make it work. If we can get a spot up in New York, we'll make it work. We'll come out,
yeah,
we'll work for you guys. We're excited for the opportunity, but let's get into it. Breakout player. We got to start moving. We spent like 15 on
yeah.
the Devils.
So breakout.
Breakout.
That's just a bad one. You go first.
Okay. I'm going to go with Noah Dobson.
Okay.
Noah Dobson
Yeah. I like
has been on my radar for like a year, 2 years. This kid is phenomenal. I think he's one of the better shutdown defensemen in the entire league when it comes to being a young player. And I think he's very underrated for it. This year, he's finally stepping into his own when it comes to offense. Kid's got 20 points in 30 games. Now, for a team that doesn't score a lot, this team isn't going to run you off the score sheet. This team is going to get ahead and play solid defense. For a kid like that to get 20 points in 30 games is impressive, especially, New York really hasn't had a whole lot of like superstar defensemen very recently, that have been able to take the reins. They used to have Johnny Boychuk, who was really great, Devin Tays. They've had good players, but I think Noah Dobson can develop into a superstar. I think him and Fabro are very, very similar in their play style. And I think Fabro's next year. I think Fabro's going to break out next year. I'm calling that here. Fabro's going to break out next year. But I think Noah Dobson is a phenomenal player. And I think he's my breakout player. Who do you have?
Um. Yeah, I'm good. I'm also gonna go with Dobson. And so I think I don't know a lot of these guys. It's like I'm looking at the roster and it's like breakouts. Like you don't have a lot of younger guys. Maybe Alexander Romanov, but I don't think he's gonna break out this year. I think he's a player to watch. So yeah, I agree. Dobson can move the puck really well. I saw him play a few times against the Flyers, and like he's a good shutdown defenseman. He's got a good stick on him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he's really good at skating.
Yeah.
The way he moves, I really like. Yeah, I'm gonna say dynamic a lot. Kind of dynamic in that way. Can open up some lanes and stuff.
For
He
sure.
kind of he's like a I guess a much less glamorous like Cale Makar in a way.
Yeah.
Like the way he skates, the way he possesses the puck, both right-handed, so it's pretty easy to compare them in a way. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
For sure. For sure. I think we're gonna stay away from loss for the rest of this. I
yeah,
feel like that's gonna be a little bit more difficult to determine. Unless there's someone of note, that they lost. So we'll go best ad. Who is your best ad?
mine's got to be Romanov.
Okay.
Yeah, I just think that'll help their decor. That's kind of what they needed, I think, last year. Especially losing like Devin Tays over the past couple seasons, it kind of
Mm-hmm.
hurts them. So having a younger guy in Romanov that really helps them for the future as well. Because this team, it has a lot of older guys. It has the Parise, it has the Bailey, it has the Lee, it has the Nelson, and it's like you have Barzell locked up now. You have Dobson, you have even JG Pajot is kind of up there. You have Wallstrom, but it's like on the decor, it's important to have somebody you can look to for the next few years.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I think it's very important. When you guys got guys, you have guys like Pullock and Pellick. That always messes me up. Pellick and Pullock.
Yeah, I
Um,
know.
when you have those two guys, they're shutdown defensemen, some of the best shutdown defensemen in the entire league. It flies under the radar how good Adam Pellick is. Um, it's you need offense from the back end. And a guy like Romanov, I think I'll agree with you on that. I think Romanov is very versatile in that sense. He can kind of do whatever they need him to. If he needs to put up points, I think he can go out there and get a bucket. But I think they don't
Yeah,
really need that out of him right now. But he could. because Noah Dobson's taking the reins. They don't absolutely need a quarterback out there from
Yeah.
him, but I think he's a phenomenal ad in the sense he can do whatever they need. You just saw him I don't know who he leveled recently. He leveled someone good too. No, he leveled Miles Wood. Like
Yeah. Wait,
a
was
f-
it
I think
was
it
it
was
Romanov?
yesterday. And then Romanov leveled him 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, you have to be a gutsy young dude to level Miles Wood.
Yeah, dude.
You
Miles Wood's
have
a
to be.
hefty boy.
Yeah. So
I
you
like Miles
have
Wood
to
a lot.
be on some the level Miles Wood. So I think
Yeah.
he's definitely their best ad. I think he's going to be a great player. Now, make
Yeah.
or break. Who is their make or break?
Make or break. I'm gonna go with Sorokin.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
gotta go with Sorokin, man. Just because
That's yeah.
I don't know, because you have Varlamov back there, and it's like Varlamov's playing well, but Varlamov is like years ahead of Sorokin, and then kind of an aging core. And so it's really important, I think, for those two guys. I guess I'll go with both of them. Those two guys in goal to play well.
Mhm.
Because there's just like not they play well as a team. Like I don't think the Islanders are bad or anything. It's just like I feel like whenever I've seen the Islanders, I'm not really like that impressed. Like they don't have the flashy guys. Like they have Barzell, right?
Mhm.
Like they have Matt Barzell, but like besides that, it's like more role players and stuff like that. But they play well. So I think when it's all said and done, I think it comes down to their goaltending, even their decor, just as a whole. There's so many guys you can point to.
I like that. I like that. I think my make or break is going to be Matt Barzal. He brings the offense to a team that doesn't have a whole lot of offense. He
Yeah,
is
I can
the
see that.
main guy. If he goes down, they all are going to go down because Brock Nelson is the next player, and Brock Nelson is not going to carry you offensively.
No.
He is just not. He's a phenomenal player. I've had him on my fantasy teams. He's great, but he is not the guy like Matt Barzal. Matt Barzal has 3 goals, 27 assists. A guy who's that unselfish, that untalented is unbelievably valuable. And you need a guy like that. You need a guy who can quarterback a power play, a 5-on-5 from anywhere with his flashy stick handling, speed. You know, he's got it all. So if he goes down, I think their offense goes down and it takes them out of it because, they can be as good as they want defensively. If they can't score 1 goal, you know, there's nothing you can do about that. So that's what I have. Player to watch.
Player to watch, I'm going to go with Oliver Wahlstrom because,
Okay.
that's the thing is I don't know. Like there are a few picks for the Islanders that you could go with like for each thing. And I completely agree with you that Barzell could be, what was it? Make or break. And then because it's just like on offense, like who do you look to have the puck? Like with the Devils, it's like Hughes or Heischer or, one of those guys. And it's like, it's just Barzell. And then everyone kind of fits around him. And for the Islanders, it's like you draft Wallstrom 11th overall in 2018. And you're really looking forward to him to like break out and kind of have like a year 21 and 44, 24 and 73, now 14 and 29 this year. That's good progress right there, dude. That is good progress. So I think they're hoping he keeps it up because you want to have somebody to look to like for the future. You don't want it to be just Barzell. So I don't know.
For
I think
sure.
he's going to be really important going forward. And same with Simon Holmstrom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's going to be
Yep.
important for the future too. But yeah, I think Wallstrom is going to be interesting. Hopefully he is this year that he can come into his own.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think they need to play him more with Barzal in order for him to do that. Right now, I think Barzal's playing with Lee and maybe Josh Bailey. I have to check that out. I could be wrong. But yeah, I think Oliver Wahlstrom is going to be one of the best goal scorers, in that division at some point after, like Ovi retires and all the big guns retire. Oliver Wahlstrom he's only got 63 shots right now. He's only shooting 63 shots. Even Barzal's shooting more than him. If this kid takes the confidence to shoot the puck more, he is the player to watch because he is going to be the trigger man. He is the trigger. This guy has an absolute rocket if he shoots it. The thing is, he just got to shoot.
Yeah.
I think if you give him the puck, he is a dynamic scorer. He will make it work. He just doesn't have the confidence right now. I don't know why. But actually, you know what? Talk myself into it. I think I know why. When you're on a team that's strictly dependent on defense, it's hard to feel confident to be creative on offense because
Yeah.
you're such a, you know, you
Everyone's a two-way forward.
exactly. Everyone's a two-way forward. So when trying to be a two-way forward, you take away your creativity when you're focusing too much on trying to get back rather than making a fancier move or making a fancier shot or taking risks. So I think the kid just needs to take some risks. I
Yeah.
think the only player that they've let take risks is Barzal. And yes, he's done phenomenally, but I think they can afford to let Wallstrom take some risks. They have a lot of players for that. Now,
Yeah.
MVP.
MVP going with Sorokin.
Sorokin. Okay.
Yeah.
I
I just
like
think
that.
yeah, I just think he's gonna look kind of like what I said earlier, like the make or break MVP is kind of similar, but I'm gonna go with the same Sorokin.
I'm gonna say Barzal. I think Barzal has been phenomenal. He flies under the radar. Yo, he's on my fantasy team. Love the guy. He's doing great. So I'm gonna go with Barzal. I think if he starts shooting more, he's going to be a superstar.